Ladies and gentlemen, it's your pal Jason at 4 Realist News on YouTube. Fantastic Saturday I'm sure you're going to have today. Unless you're just a debt slave like the rest of us, and you let that weigh heavily on your mind, then you may have a crappy day. But I would just urge you to do what everybody else does and whip out your phone and play a game or browse the internet and pretend like it doesn't matter. It'll make you feel better. So ArmstrongEconomics.com, you know who that is. Martin Armstrong, old Marty, the guy that was put in jail because he didn't give up his economic confidence model and the code and everything that he put together for that to work to the club. James Comey put him in jail back in the early 2000s when he was a district attorney or whatever his actual title was in New York. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Oh, now he's the head of the FBI. And did I send it to myself to do a video on? Maybe. That might be it. This guy's been blocking everything against the Clintons for years. I'm talking 1990s, early 2000s. Some interesting stuff. I think I do have a video to do that you will see today. Looks like I'm going to be doing 4 videos today. This one's going to be a quickie. So anyways, Marty, good old Marty Armstrong, the IMF, International Monetary Fund, the elite's elite club, right, proposed a capital levy, tax on money in bank accounts, and raise property taxes while we're at it. The IMF is always the cheerleader to raise taxes to support government. They're instructing Germany to raise taxes and also talking about just imposing a 10%, just a 10% tax on all money that are in deposits in banks throughout Europe. Yes, you read that one correctly. So remember Brexit. We're getting the hell out of here. If Le Pen would have won, and I know she had it stolen from her, France election, she said we were going to get the hell out of the Eurozone. So what I just read you affects the United Kingdom because of Brexit. They left. They're leaving. Affects them no way, no how. Not in any way, shape, or form. They're completely fine. But every other member, including broke-ass Greece. Much as I love those people, my heritage, I'm Greek. They've been fleeced by the IMF, forced to take loans by the IMF and the EU. And they don't even give it all to them. You got to do more draconian budget cuts, raise the taxes, take away more pensions, fire more people, and then we'll give you the next tranche of the loan. Oh, we're going to privatize those corporations, those public entities, and make them ours so we can charge your broke-ass people whatever fees we want to charge them. And they can't come crying to you as the government about why these utilities and stuff are so expensive. You're going to tell them, we don't own them anymore. We can't help you. It's see these guys with the new owners. That's the IMF, okay? So they are instructing Germany to raise taxes and are also talking about imposing a 10% tax on all money and deposits in banks throughout Europe. That would be all countries in the Eurozone. The IMF has told Germany it should raise its property tax, cut social welfare contributions, and invest more to reduce income inequality. Well, hang on, wait a minute. Aren't these the same countries who are taking in these refugees, Middle East and North African, by the boatloads, who have no job? They produce absolutely nothing to the local economy. They're not producing taxes. They're not producing anything. They're costing tons of money. So, because it's getting kind of expensive bringing all these refugees in here, we need to raise taxes on you schmucks, also known as taxpayers, also known as consumers. And you're going to like it, and you're going to do it. The demands are contentious in an election year. Once again, the IMF has demanded higher taxes on savings deposits in Germany. Germany must do more to raise taxes, to impose more socialistic ideas, to somehow tax the rich, to create a broader participation of all citizens in the fruits of economic growth. If somehow raising taxes actually ever creates economic growth, The IMF warns that there is a relatively high tax burden on lower incomes, with a comparatively low burden on assets. The IMF argues for higher taxes on property are in fact necessary, and that the government should demand higher wages to also give impetus to the growth in Germany. Yet this is magically creating no inflationary impact. Years ago, Italy simply imposed a tax on money in one's account. This was called a capital levy. This was a one-time charge as an exceptional measure to restore the sustainability of the debt. The IMF is also suggesting that measure be invoked to help the coming sovereign debt crisis. And it could be a sovereign debt crisis over there. This is a worldwide sovereign debt crisis that's coming. The attractiveness of such a measure is that such a one-time tax can be levied before a tax evasion can even occur, especially if cash is eliminated and money can only exist in bank accounts, of course. This requires the belief that this measure is unique and never repeated. The IMF has already calculated how much the measure would cost every Eurozone citizen. Quote, the amount of the tax would have to bring the European sovereign debt back to the pre-crisis level. You know, the pre-2008 level. And in America, oh, wait a minute, we had 9.6 or 7 trillion. Then it jumped to now 20. So if we apply the same math, we'd have to put enough tax out there, collection, whether it's on your bank account or whatever, to bring back in 10, 11, whatever, $trillion. Because now it's add the additional trillion for the rest of this year. So however you want to look at it, 21 to 22 trillion. Bring that back down to pre-debt level, pre-2008 level. That would be the equivalent of them talking that crap over here in America. Because they did the same thing we did. We had massive bailout. They had massive bailout. The European Central Bank is still to this day printing billions upon billions upon billions every day, every week, every month to help keep this sinking ships of what you might call banks just barely afloat. And we like to get the debt level back down. Unbelievable. The IMF has already calculated how much the measure would cost every Eurozone citizen, excluding our pals in the UK. They don't count because they left. Love it. The amount of the tax would have to bring the European sovereign debt back to the pre-crisis level in order to reduce the debt to the level of 2007, for example, in the Euro area countries. A tax of about 10% is needed for households with a positive asset. End quote. As you can see, there is never, he says, there's never any discussion about reducing taxes or reducing the size of government. And again, IMF is saying this is what we want to do, which also means the European Union, and the unelected officials that run it, again, unelected officials that run it, are going to do exactly what the IMF says because they're all buddies, all of them. It's a revolving door. I'm going to go work over there. I'm going to come back and work at the IMF. I'm going to go work for the World Bank. I'm going to go work back at, the BIS, Bank for National Settlements. I'm going to go over there. Just a big revolving door. Big club. Like George Carlin said, it's a big effing club. And you ain't in it. But they are. So if they say raise 10 taxes on everybody across the board practically, on positive assets, boom, they're going to do it. And when are you going to cry to these I'll vote you out next time for doing this horrific thing. Oh, wait, I can't vote them out. Oh, wait, we can't vote these people out. And they're dictating these mandates on us. Isn't that amazing? The solution is always to raise taxes and to not even look at the old Italian trick of a 10% seizure of all cash in your account. We highly recommend to diversify to assets that are movable and not subject to taxation merely to possess. And I'm about to wear out, based on that last comment, because it has to be said, I am about to wear out the little coupon thing that sdbullion.com set up for JSNIP4 and his subscribers. Talk about a movable asset. Because think about this. If this kind of thing happened in America, and you never know, What's good for them is going to be good for us. It's the same mindset, same type of liberal mindset running all this. Oh, let's hit a one-time fee, right? So they'll start with a one-time fee, and then maybe they'll do the whole 10% tax thing. Some nonsense. So let's assume that, because it is a possibility, I'm not going to say for sure, oh, I know it's going to happen in America. I can't say that. But I do know what desperate governments do, and they will always, always, always find a way to get their greasy, grimy hands on your money, your pension, whatever it is, anything. They'll start there, and when that's cleaned out, they'll come for something else. And okay, now let's put the taxes on the people. However, if you had precious metals and you're safe at home, hidden away, maybe you knocked a wall down, put your freaking metals on the wall, and then, sheetrock or whatever, put it back up, put your particle or your wallboard back up, painted it over. No one knew it was a little secret stash. Bottom line, you have it in your possession. And all of a sudden, breaking news, everyone's getting hit with a one-time such and such fee, whatever the hell they want to call it. Good Samaritan fee to bring our debt load back down. And everybody is furious. They just took 10% out of my bank account. Oh, you got $100K in the bank? They want to sincerely thank you because you just paid them $10,000. Appreciate that. You had $10,000 in the bank, they just took $1,000 out. You follow me? But if you had your little stash of precious metals, physical, that you own in your house, again, in your possession, you can go at any time and pick it up and touch it. And they took their little 10% off your bank account, which you, because you listen to JSNIP 4 and others, have been keeping very little in your bank account anyways. Oh, I had $2,000 in my bank account. They just took out $200. Whatever. And now that they're done with the one-time hit up, drive-by shooting of taxation on us, I still have my metals hidden away, and at any time I could go sell them and not be hit by that tax or the banking tax that they're about to levy on us. Let's say if it was going to happen, I'll take that, sell it off. You're going to give me a check, of course, and I'm going to go cash it right from your bank. Give me the cash or whatever, and go put it right back into precious metals or some other physical asset. Keep it out of the bank, right? That's the point. So if you're new to JSNIP 4, or you've been hearing me talk about silver for a long time, and you're on the fence, or I don't know if with silver being monkey hammered down into the $16 range, that ended at $16.50 today. It was just recently, as in last night, $16.15. It's up to $16.50 now. And I see this, and my brain tells me they know some big moves are coming, and they are going to monkey hammer it every chance they get to keep it down so that when it does start to jump, it'll start from a much lower spot. And I don't think we've ever seen this kind of monkey hammering like the way they've been doing it lately. So to me, something is coming soon is what that tells me. But you have an opportunity, if you're a new customer, to sdbullion.com. That's Silver Doctors Bullion, sdbullion.com/JSNIP4. They set up a page for me and my subscribers. Any new customer that I send them to buy metals, anything, you have an opportunity if you go to that exact link I just said, and it's in my description box of this video, to get a 10-ounce bar at spot price. No additional fee, no premium, nothing. One-time deal only if you're a new customer, etc. And I just think of all the precious metals talk I've been doing for the past God knows how many years, the metals that I've been able to acquire over the many years, thinking every day, every news story that I keep reading online is just pounding in my head, JSNIP, that was one of the most epic decisions you've ever made in your life, because you've made some dumb decisions in the past when you were a member of the sheeple herd. You made some really bad, stupid, sheeple-like decisions. Let me go buy a supercharged 1999 Camaro, or excuse me, turbocharged Camaro SS. For what? To drive around and race around. Yeah, okay. Had I known the crap that I know now, even the crap I knew years ago now, back then, 2005 and 6, because that's when I got that car, was 05, right as I was just starting to get into the research. I think at the time the engine, I had to take the engine out, paid someone to do that, take the piston out, put new piston in it, messed the piston up. Transmission was failing, I had to get the transmission. The thousands, and it was a $16,000 car at the time that I bought. And then thousands went into it, fixing it, breakdown, racing it around. You know, it was just a street car, daily driver. But I'm thinking to myself, man, you moron, if you would have known then, you could have bought precious metals at the 2005 price, which was, I don't even know off the top of my head, $5 or $6, I'm not sure, times 16,000 for the car, plus several thousand for all the stupid repairs you did. We live and we learn, right? I'm older, and I am definitely wiser. And now, every little extra bit I got goes into precious metals and a little pinch towards Bitcoin and whatnot. So anyways, sdbullion.com/jsnip4. Take advantage. That bar is not for any 10-ounce bar. It is specifically for the bar they show you in the picture. I just have to clarify that, because a lot of people want this bar that I have right here in my hand. Can I get that one for at spot price? That's the one I want. The Jesus slaying the banksters. Jesus slaying the banksters out of the temple, and they're down there cowering. Let me see if I can get a better shot. I love this bar. Cannot tell you how much. Down there cowering. Don't hit us, Jesus. Please don't hit us. Get the F out of the temple. Does not include that bar. That bar costs them more money than average to get it. And then therefore they have to sell it for certainly above spot price to make some money on it. But the particular bar that they have there, I forget what it's called. Matter of fact, SD Bullion. I'm just going to take you for a little tour real fast just to show you this little deal. This is it. Special offer. 10-ounce Proclaim Liberty silver bar at spot price. Use code JSNIP4. Limit of one 10-ounce bar at spot price per customer or household. This is the bar. It's got the We the People Constitution. It's a great bar. But I was talking with one of the guys there. He was like, hey, some of the people are coming over here, getting your offer, you know, your offer of the JSNIP4/JSNIP4 thing, and they're wanting to get the Jesus bar or another bar, and we have to tell like everybody, no, it's not that one. It's not that one. Specifically this. So I want to clarify that in case anyone goes there. But again, Lindsey Williams said a long time ago, the only thing that will be standing left when this goes down is precious metals. And of course, he didn't know about Bitcoin. That was no such thing as Bitcoin back when he was talking about this. But nonetheless, I do trust my silver more than I trust my Bitcoin. I'll tell you that 100%. But I do like the fact that Bitcoin is going crazy. And I got a big story for you on how the club right now today, this breaking news story, malware virus spreading out of control. It's infecting the transit stations in Germany. Oh my God. This is an inside job by the NSA. It's their tool. They've already said it's our tool got stolen from us. You know, it didn't get stolen. They're using it. And I'm going to tell you why they're using it right now. It has to do with Bitcoin. Not now as in this video, but it's my last video of the day, so it'll be the 4th video. Okay? You may want to check that one out, because I think I got it nailed as to why that's just all of a sudden came out today. Breaking news, this ransomware virus is spreading like mad. Yeah, I know why it's happening. And again, anyways, wait for that video. Take care.